Hello everyone, my name is Deputy Stephen Hessler. I'm with the Hanover County Sheriff's Office Youth Services Unit. Serve as a DARE officer in 5 elementary schools in the county. Today I just want to present to you our Scoops and Oops of Beach Week. This is from the Hanover County Sheriff's Office. Topics of discussion that I'm going to talk about today, chaperone or not, legalities and responsibilities that you guys have as parents, such as rental companies and contracts, alcohol laws, and law enforcement response in these beachfront communities, and local laws and ordinances. Chaperones, yes or no? We as law enforcement pretty much suggest that you guys have a chaperone. The advantages of having a chaperone are having a responsible adult in case of an emergency. This person can act between you and your family while they're at the beach and kind of give you the insight on what's going on, and also look out for your child in case of an emergency. This person also serves as a house manager. They can decide the different rules that needs to be in place, different care for you, so it's pretty much a good idea. They also enforce the rules and also provide a large amount of accountability for the students that are at Beach Week. They have someone watching over them from time to time. They will not do the things that they normally would do if no one was watching. And when the subject of the idea of a chaperone comes up and the kids kind of disagree with it, that should give you a big red flag. Disadvantages of not having a chaperone is no adult supervision in case of an emergency. A lot of these beachfront communities are at least about 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 hours away from the Richmond area. It's going to take a long time for you to get there. So if your child falls, sprains his ankle, breaks his neck, it's going to be a long time for you to travel. So having a chaperone down there is a good idea. Some rental agreements make sure that you have an adult on site. A lot of these companies want an adult on site at all times. If not, it can be a violation of the rental agreement, and you can be expelled from the beachfront home. So keep that in mind. The house can also be a party zone. If there's no adult there, their friends will text their friends on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all kinds of things, and let them know that this is the party house, and they can come and have a party, do whatever they want. The next portion of the discussion I want to talk to you guys about is the legalities, the legal ramifications of the things of sending your child to Beach Week. Rental companies and contracts is a very sensitive topic, and you need to make sure when you sign these contracts, you have all of your ducks in a row. A lot of them forbid non-family student groups. If you're posing as a family member, let's say you send a 21-year-old down there to act as someone's mother, this can force the companies to evict you day or night, and that is not a good thing to be driving down to Myrtle Beach at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to pick up your child. It can also result in the forfeiture of any unused portion of your security deposit. So the large amounts of just security deposits that you give out to these companies, they can take it all away if you violate their agreement. And an absentee parent and chaperone, you're liable when you sign that contract. So if you want to get it looked over by one of your legal representations that you may have, that might be a good idea. But make sure when you sign these contracts, you read the fine print. Alcohol laws. Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina alcohol laws are very similar. The biggest difference in all of these 3 states are the fines and incarceration time. Some of these states, the fines are a little higher, and incarceration time is a little higher. So research these things with your children before they go so they can understand the rules and regulations and the consequences that may come with their actions. All 3 states have a 21 years old alcohol possession age, so they can't buy it, drink it, pick it up for their friends, have it in their pockets and things like that. So make sure they are aware of that law. All 3 states have what is called a zero tolerance level of a 0.02. So if your child is caught with alcohol under the age of 21, if they blow 0.02 on a breathalyzer, obviously they're looking at a little jail time there. And all 3 states have what is called an implied consent law. Virginia has a reciprocal state agreement with both North Carolina and South Carolina, meaning that these charges, they will come back to you. You can't run away from them. And all of the contributing laws are very similar in both states. So if other adults are providing alcohol for your minors there, they can also be incarcerated or face some jail time. A lot of these different beachfront communities have local rules and ordinances, such as fireworks restrictions and bans. Some have noise restrictions. Sleeping in cars is also illegal in some of these beachfront communities. and just cruising up and down the road back and forth can be a reason for law enforcement to stop your child while they're at these beachfront communities. Additional concerns that I want to talk to you guys about really quick is transportation issues. A lot of you guys are going to have kids that are going to be driving down here, and there's a lot of insurance restrictions, and there's also DMV restrictions about the number of passengers inside your vehicle. And you also don't want to be dealing with a drowsy and distracted driver. Most of your teenagers are going to be 18 years old. If they're going to Myrtle Beach, it's a long way down the road, as well as the Outer Banks. A good idea is we don't want these kids driving that whole entire way. They may get distracted by their iPhone music. They may get distracted by their friends in the car. Also, some additional concerns you want to think about is these charges can affect your child as an adult. If they get caught doing something down there, it can affect their criminal record, and it can also result to some scholarships and acceptance letters from different colleges being revoked by those different universities. So be careful and have that in mind. The law enforcement response in these beachfront communities. Each of these beachfront communities, especially Myrtle Beach, has a large number of law enforcement personnel hired for Beach Week. What that means is that they're going to have cops flooding the area. They also hire off-duty officers from different cities and counties to swear them in, and they work inside of the city, Myrtle Beach, beachfront communities, and they ride around and they look for different infractions. Most departments have a zero tolerance policy concerning minors and alcohol, meaning if they catch your child with alcohol or they smell it on their person, there's a good chance that they can be arrested for these infractions. Traffic laws are strictly enforced, so if they're riding around speeding, or they're running red lights or running with stop signs, law enforcement will take action on that. And crimes that are committed will follow you back to Virginia, and especially your insurance company. So we want to keep those things in mind. Just simple guidelines that we have at the Hanover County Sheriff's Office. Number one, be safe. When you need to celebrate these weekends because you graduated from high school. It's a good idea to practice safe behavior and have fun. We want you to have fun, but we want you to be safe. And also resist the peer pressures to drink alcohol and illegal drugs. And this goes back to when you guys were in 5th grade in DARE. Remember the things that we taught you as DARE officers inside of your classrooms to resist peer pressure and the temptations to drink alcohol and drugs. And I want to thank you for your time, and I hope this message can help you in your decisions for Beach Week. Thank you. For your convenience, we have also attached a PowerPoint to this actual presentation that I just gave you. It can be viewed on the site that you're on now. And just use this as a resource, kind of some friendly guidelines that you can share with your students. Thank you.